it's Monday, and most of us have a tendency to have like stressful days on Monday when we're leaving the weekend and entering the work week. So I just want to encourage you to really be present with this time for yourself, and allow this time to let all of the stuff from the day fall away. So go ahead and find like a comfortable way to be in your body. I'm sitting on 2 blocks. You probably don't have any blocks at home, but you can use like blankets and pillows if you need something to like elevate your seat. You can also lay down if that feels good to you right now, but we can, if you're able and willing, go ahead and stay sitting upright. And feel your seat connected to whatever is touching the earth. So if you've got, a blanket or pillows, just feel the earth underneath all of that stuff, and really feel yourself root down and start to reach up in the opposite direction. So there's this equal and opposite rooting down and lengthening up through your spine. And if it feels safe, go ahead and close your eyes. You can also just soften your focus down past your nose. And observe anything that you've arrived into this moment with. You may have arrived with a lot of chatter from your day. You might feel open and receptive. There may be some tension or resistance. All of these things show up both physically and mentally. Nothing wrong with any of it, just observe. Now that you've acknowledged all that you've arrived with, take a full breath in through your nose. Let it fall out of your mouth. Breathe in full and deep. Let your belly expand. Open mouth, sigh. One more time. 3 is the magic yoga number. Inhale, let your belly be soft. You might even expand all around into your back. Open mouth, sigh. Now settle into a natural rhythmic breath. In through your nose and out through your nose or mouth, whichever one works best for you. And as you settle into this rhythm, notice if you're trying to make it be something. See if you can just allow yourself to breathe rhythmically. What is your rhythm? Allow yourself to get lost in that rhythm. Really tune into you in this moment. You may start to notice a shift in your mental, physical, and emotional state. Even if there is nothing, observe that as well. Sometimes nothing is something. Just a couple more rounds of breath as you continue to settle into this moment. You are now here and nowhere else. If your eyes are closed, you can keep them closed, or you can open a little bit, start to let some light in. Welcome, welcome. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and with your exhale, allow your chin to just drip down towards your chest. Inhale, roll your right ear to your right shoulder. I'm not mirroring, so exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Mirroring can get really confusing, and I'd rather just tell you which direction to go. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest, and then start to tune into that rhythm of your breath again and move with your breath without my cue. And if your neck is okay with you going in a circle and that feels good to you, feel free to do that. Just make sure you go both directions. And it might also feel good to just pause occasionally. Maybe there's a nice deep stretch somewhere and you'd like to experience that for a little bit longer. Just a couple more rounds, side to side. And start to move your torso in a circle, so your head can be kind of loose on your shoulders and on your neck, and we're just going to move the torso in a circle. Whichever direction you want to go, we will switch directions eventually. And you can keep your hands on your knees, or maybe you start to paint the floor with your fingertips. You can let the circles be kind of dramatic. Let it involve your whole torso. You can move side to side if the circle doesn't feel good. And then pick a side, right or left. Press down into that hand and reach up and over your opposite ear with your opposite hand. Take a nice big breath in and feel the expansion on the side of your body. Exhale as you settle in right here. Deep breath in. Let that hand sweep the floor, crossing around, and start to go in the opposite direction. So you're still circling, but circle the opposite way as you were going before. Do you remember what direction that was? I barely remember. So the key, even when we can't remember something, is just to be present with what is in the moment. Couple more rounds in this direction. Softening your outer body so that you can really rest and relax and move into this meditative movement, this moving meditation. So whatever side you paused on the other side for that side stretch, press the opposite hand down and then reach up and over. So I went right the first time, this time I'm going left. Y'all got it. Let your inhale create expansion and let your exhale settle you in. One more big inhale here. Exhale, come back through center, so both hands in front of you, and then roll up so that you're sitting upright. And then take your feet out in front of you. So uncross your legs if you were sitting cross-legged. And knees bent, feet a little wide, hands to your knees or shins might feel good. Inhale, heart forward. It's like a seated cat-cow. So even your chin goes a little up and nose and gaze too. With your exhale, pull in and round into your upper back, chin towards your chest. Inhale, dive your heart forward. Let yourself look up and lift your heart. Exhale, round back, chin to chest. Seated cat-cow here. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, round it back. And then just like we did with our other movements, I want to encourage you to start to find your own rhythm here. So I've cued you into the movement, and can you identify and just like tune into yourself for a few more rounds of breath. And if something feels really good, if you find a yummy place to pause or some place that needs a little more love, feel free to explore all of those places within yourself. We'll go 2 more rounds, back and forth, undulating your spine. Once you've completed those 2 rounds, find your spine back at neutral and then cross the opposite leg that you had in front at first in the back. So it's like whatever is the awkward side. Yeah. Inhale and reach up. Exhale and twist to your right. So left hand finds your right knee or thigh, and right hand comes down to the floor behind you. And try to stay sitting like upright. So we don't want to lean back. We just kind of want to keep our shoulders over our hips and turn your gaze more than like your low back. And see if you can let your inhale create a little more length. So you root down and lift up a little more, and then maybe you can see more of the space behind you with your exhale. One more round of breath in and out. Inhale to reach up, come back to center. Exhale and twist the other way. So this time right hand finds your left knee, left hand lands behind you. And sit up nice and tall for your inhale, and let your exhale twist you from your rib cage and up. And then your neck is the most flexible part of your spine, so use that to complete your spiral. One more round of breath in, lengthen up. One more round of breath out. Inhale, come back to center, reach up. Exhale and fold over your legs if that's accessible for you. You can fold as deep or as shallow as feels appropriate for you. And you have two options here, my friends. You can roll over your shins and let your legs go back behind you. And if that doesn't work for you, you can just sweep your legs off to the side and get there that way. So option to roll over your shins or sweep the legs off to the side behind you and come to your hands and knees. Tabletop position. If you've got a blanket or some other kind of padding that you want to put on your mat. If you've got carpet in your room, you might not need it. I've got tile, it's hard. Inhale for some more cat-cow. So belly drops, gaze lifts, tailbone up. Exhale, tailbone down, belly button in, chin to chest, round through your upper back. And you'll feel maybe some new movement through your spine. See if you can find that wave where your tailbone moves first. So you're moving tailbone and your head and neck last. And you might even feel a kind of rippling undulation through your spine. If this kind of movement is new to you, you might not feel the undulation or the wave right away, but be curious. And of course, tune into that rhythm of your breath, the one you keep coming back to. We'll do 2 more rounds of the cat-cow. And then find a neutral tabletop position with your toes tucked under. So instead of tops of feet, toes tucked under, and you shift your hips back with your exhale. You'll inhale to shift forward, tops of your feet down, hips back with an exhale. So we're shifting back and forth. It's a little mobility move, so you get some stretch in your toes. It helps lubricate your knees, your ankles, all of those things, and you're warming up your wrists. Notice your fingerprints. Are they pressing down? If not, see if you can find some stability there in your hands. We'll go for 3, 2, last round here. When you finish, come back to neutral, toes tucked under. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and just press and lift your knees. Hover your knees away from the earth. Press into your hands. Inhale to lower. Exhale, press and lift. When you lower, bend your elbows, get a little closer to the earth. Exhale, press and lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, feel the lift, low belly. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press and lift. And it's okay if you don't lift much. We actually just want to hover. But make sure you bend your elbows to get that ground force reaction. I don't know about y'all, but I'm definitely getting warm. 4, 3, 2. Last one, when you press and lift, hover, hold. Breathe. Shaking helps you to soften, so breathe and be where you are. 4, 3, 2, hips back and up, downward facing dog. Feel free to move your feet on your mat or wherever you are. You can move your hands as well and settle in on a way that feels good for you. So if you find yourself slipping, stay like on your knees and do like this. Yeah, you got it. Take a nice full breath in. Open mouth side out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your knees and take a walk towards your hands. You can be center of your mat, but just, forward, so you're in a forward fold. And your knees can be bent a lot or a little, but I'll encourage you to bend your knees at least a little and sway as you hang over your legs. If it feels good to you, you can grab opposite elbows, ragdoll style. But also dangling your arms might feel good. For me, that feels more grounding. Next time you sway towards the right, walk your hands more in that direction and stay bent in your right knee, but stretch out the left leg a little. Big breath in. Exhale, bend your knees and swing back through center. Sway all the way to your left. Bend your left knee, straighten the right leg a little. Exhale, back through center. Same thing, other side. Exhale, center, sway left. One more time each side. Come back to center and pause. Walk your feet a little bit, like about hip distance, maybe a little bit more. Bend your knees a lot and put your elbows on your knees. And then really press your tailbone away from the crown of your head, and you might feel a nice stretch along your back and neck. But you might also feel the burn in your quads. Be with both things at the same time. Breathe. One more breath in. With your exhale, press into your feet and start to lift up. When your heart and head lifts, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold right back down over your legs. Halfway lift, so bring your hands to your shins. Or to, you can be fingertips, but I find shins more accessible. Find that reach from tail to crown again. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, press down, rise up, reach up, look up, inhale. Exhale, fold back down. One more time, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Root down to rise up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center and release them down by your sides. Your palms can open forward or they can face your body, whatever feels right to you. See if you can really feel your feet pressing into the earth. It might even feel good, y'all, to like move your feet a little bit. A little marchy, a little, I like the ankle roll thing you got going over there. Just move your body a little bit. And once you move your feet a little bit, then I invite you to let them be still. And maybe you just settle into a little sway until you settle into your center of gravity with stillness. You may or may not notice a difference in your stance now that you've allowed your feet to move and settle into their foundation more in a natural and organic way. Take a big breath in through your nose. Big breath out. Inhale, extended mountain, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, fold through center, bend your knees on the way. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step your feet back. You're in a high plank to start, but then go ahead and lower your knees, pelvis, belly, chest to the floor. Turn the tops of your feet against your mat or your floor. Inhale, low cobra. Your hands can stay exactly where they are. And maybe press just a little bit, but very gently. Exhale, release back to the floor. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, low cobra, lift up. Press into your pubic bone, so hips are pressing towards the floor. Exhale, release. 1 more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes under, press back through tabletop, and you can stay like in this puppy pose or lift up to downward facing dog. Inhale in your downward facing dog. Open mouth side, let it go. 2 rounds of breath here. Look forward and bend everything, and then take a little walk towards your hands. Your feet do not have to touch your wrists. Just get a little closer so you can fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Root to rise. Inhale, extended mountain. Reach up, look up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bend everything, plant your hands, knees, pelvis, belly, chest to the floor, tops of your feet to the floor. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes under, press back through tabletop to downward facing dog. This time you've got 5 breaths here on your own. Practice breathing. Practice stability. One more round of breath. With your next inhale, bend everything and take a little walk. Halfway lift when you get there. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Inhale, extended mountain. Reach up, look up. Exhale, hands through your heart. And take a pause. Just feel that energy. What are you creating? Ground into the present. Tune into your rhythm. From where you're standing, left foot forward, step your right foot back. And you're going to be like in a warrior 2 stance, so you want your back heel a little further back than your back toes. So back toes point a little forward. Bend into your front knee, arms out wide, warrior 2. Allow your bottom half to be pretty heavy and settled in. Allow your top half to be a little light and fluid. Soften your shoulders. Look out over your front fingertips. Take a breath in. Exhale, extended side angle, so lean forward, left elbow to left knee. Right hand comes down across your front, and then pull it across your chest. Elbow first, fingers up, gaze up towards your right thumb. Breathe. Stay nice and firm through both feet. Nice big breath in. Let that back hand, that right hand go down and back, a little shoulder circle. Pull it back across your chest. Reach up, look up with it. Exhale, down and back, like you're strumming a guitar. Rocking out. You might be interested in shifting your weight back and bending your back knee while you make that move. If that feels good to you, if it doesn't, see if you can find a rhythm that moves you, that you like to move with. Let's go 3 more rounds. Last one. Find that reach. And then inhale as you press through your front foot. Lift up your torso. Right hand touches your back. Right thigh. Reach up through your left hand and stretch up and back. Reverse triangle. Nice and firm through your left big toe. One more big breath in. Exhale, come back to warrior 2. Inhale, star pose, so toes out, heels in, and you're going to turn towards the long edge of your mat. Yep, you got it, you're good. Arms open, heart open, breathe in. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart and find a little horse squat. You can bring your hands to your thighs if you want a little more support. Sometimes I like to come down all the way onto the elbows. That might even feel good. It might feel good to rock a little side to side. Hands to your thighs. Sit up a little, like, try to bring your shoulders over your hips a little. Breathe in. Exhale and twist your right shoulder towards the left. Look towards the left side of your room. Inhale back to center. Exhale and twist towards the right. Inhale, center, and twist. See if you can make the twist like from your rib cage and higher. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. 2 more each side. Your rhythm, your breath. And then come back to center. Let your knees stay a little bent and then just turn your toes in the same direction you're facing and fold forward. Once you're fully folded forward, you can lengthen your legs as much as you desire. Some of you might want to keep your knees a little bent. That's fine. You might even want to widen your stance. That's fine too. Feel free to play a little bit in this shape. You can grab your ankles. You can grab your big toes. You can walk your hands between your legs. Are you still breathing? From your wide leg fold, breathe in, take a halfway lift. So hands underneath your shoulders and find a long, long spine. And then crawl to your left and turn your toes. So now you're like in a lunge. Yes. Yes. So good. Release your right back knee. Left hand to your left thigh. Turn and look past your left shoulder. Stay with your breath. Let your right hand be your support here. So wrist right underneath your shoulder if that feels right. Could be a little more forward if that feels better. Big breath in. Big breath out as you come back to center and just release both hands inside your left knee or left foot. Both hands inside your left foot, so walk your left foot out nice and wide. Yeah, there you go. And sometimes this shape can be really edgy, so if it feels edgy to you, feel free to back off a little bit and move back into it, or wiggle around a little bit to see if you can find a space that feels a little more sustainable. Again, breathing as you do this exploration. You're always welcome and encouraged to be still. If you feel tension building in your jaw, use open mouth exhales to soften and release. Couple more rounds of breath. If you've lowered down in any way, start to give yourself some space, so back off of your knee and then crawl your hands around towards the right. Let your left leg or right leg pivot as your left leg goes straight. Right hand lands at the back of your space. So all the way, yes, yes, yes. And now we're in this, yes. Modified side plank, almost wild thing. Breathe into that expansion. I think it's on the left side of your body. Really reach your fingertips away from your left foot as you press the edge of your left foot into your floor, foundation. One more big breath in. Exhale as you start to reverse. So crawl back towards the left. And step your left foot back to meet your right. Big breath in, so we're in a modified plank here. Exhale to lower all the way down. Tops of your feet to your mat. Inhale for your low cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes under, press back through tabletop to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more breaths, just like that. With your inhale, bend everything, look forward, take a little walk towards your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Root down, rise up, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart, and release by your sides. Observe how your energy is flowing. Is there a difference from side to side? What difference is there? Can you observe what has shifted? We'll move on to the second side. So this time your right foot stays forward, step your left foot back. And I say to point your back toes a little more forward because that gives you space to do what the pose is asking us to do. To bend into the right knee while also opening your heart, to the side. And once you find your foundation, feel free to expand your arms and look over your fingertips. And be mindful that your right knee isn't collapsing inwards towards the arch of your foot. Try to press it out towards the pinky side. Just keep your knee safe. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. See if you can settle a little bit more into your foundation. One more inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Right elbow to your right knee. Sweep your left hand down and then across your chest, elbow up, fingertips last. Look towards your left thumb. Nice big breath in. Stay for your exhale. One more inhale, and then let that left hand go down, back, and around. Across your chest to reach up, look back up. We'll just do this shoulder rotation a few times. Option to add bending the back knee so that you take your whole body with you in this movement. So it's targeting your shoulder, but it's like this really dynamic movement where you can involve your whole body. Let's go 3 more rounds. And if anything doesn't feel right to you, please know that all of this is an invitation, not a requirement. Last round for the shoulder rotation. Inhale as you reach it up. Exhale. Bring your, I forgot what was next. Inhale and press it to your front foot. Let your left hand press down your left thigh. Reach up and back with your right hand. Reverse triangle is what this one is. And really allow yourself to stretch, stretch, stretch up and back through your right side. One more big breath in. Exhale, come back to warrior 2. Bend back into your front knee. Inhale, find that star pose again. Toes out, heels in, open heart. Exhale, come back to your horse squat. Hands at your heart. Nice. We're going to do a little dynamic, almost Tai Chi thing. Inhale, press down or reach up. Exhale, hands into heart, bend into your knees. Inhale, press down, circle your arms out and up. Exhale, hands through heart, bend your knees. You got it. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, come back in. So you're straightening and bending into your knees as you circle your arms up and pull back into your heart. You got it, Bobby. Find that rhythm, your rhythm, and let that surround the movement. 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Now I invite you to just rest your elbows onto your knees, turn your toes forward, and start to release your hands to the floor. Hips up, wide leg fold. Option to play with side lunge, so you can come, like shift your weight to the right, and maybe you come down like me, or you could be like side lunge here if it doesn't feel good on your knee. So it'd be like, what? We're surfing. And you can go side to side. That might feel good to you. Feel free to explore the movement. Explore yourself, whether you go low or you stay up high. Couple more rounds of breath. See if you can balance out any asymmetry. And we'll meet back in the neutral wide leg fold. From your neutral wide leg fold, take that halfway lift with your wrists underneath your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale as you crawl to your right. Find your lunge. So turn your right toes forward. Lift up on your left heel. And then go ahead and release that left knee. Left hand roots nice and firm into your space. Right hand to your right thigh. And then turn and look to the right. Maybe you look past your right shoulder. And tune into your breath. Where's your rhythm? And where are you? Two more rounds of breath here. With your next exhale, release your hands inside your right foot. So you might have to walk your right foot out a little to the right. And again, you can move your hips a little bit. You can wiggle around. See if you can find a space that is sustainable, where you can be stable and at ease. And then find stillness for a few rounds of breath. Remember, open mouth exhales help release tension and heat. So if you're feeling any heat from this pose or this practice, or maybe tension in your jaw from your hips, use those open mouth exhales. Just a couple more rounds of breath right here. With your next inhale, give yourself a little space. So back off of that back knee, or front knee rather, and then start to crawl towards your left. And your left leg just sort of pivots behind you like a little kickstand. Your left hand lands right underneath your left shoulder. Reach up with your right hand, and now you're in that modified side plank, almost wild thing. It might even feel good to like reach the right hand over your ear and press even more into that right foot and feel that stretch nice along the right side of your body. One more big breath in right here. Exhale, bend your right knee, come back through center as you crawl back towards your right, and then release the right knee next to the left. Big breath in as you make your way into your modified plank. Exhale as you lower pelvis, belly, chest to the floor. Tops of your feet to your mat. Exhale. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes under, and this time press back to a child's pose. Let your knees go wide, big toes together, arms out long in front of you. Forehead to your mat, if that's accessible. Might feel good to rub your forehead into your mat. Might feel good to wave your spine a little side to side. Big breath in, big breath out. Mindfully start to walk your hands back towards your body so you can start to sit up. Slide your hips off to one side, legs out from under you. Let your legs go out in front. Might be nice to just move some of that fleshy goodness out of the way so you can feel yourself nice and rooted. And then bring your right knee in towards your chest. So keep your left leg long, bend your right knee, sole of your foot nice and firm on the floor. And hold your right leg with your left hand and then sit up real tall. Inhale. Exhale as you look over your right shoulder. So not so much of a twist like you think you might be. It's more in your neck. And you might feel it somewhat down the right side of your body. Observe. If it feels right and you're ready, go ahead and reach your right hand behind you, straight behind you. Very similar to that lunge twist we did already today. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Use your inhale to bring yourself back to center. Let your right knee fall out to the right. Left hand inside your left shin into the floor, and then turn and reach over your right ear. You can go straight up if that feels better. You can also put your hand at the back of your head if that feels better. Deep breath in and out. One more round here. Use your inhale to rise back up. Right knee comes in, straighten it out. Might give it a little pat down, a little rub. Give yourself some love. And we'll go on to the left side. Right leg stays long. Hug that left knee in and sit up nice and tall. Breathe in. Exhale as you start to look past your left shoulder. Really hugging that left knee in, not like pulling it or anything, just holding it stable while you look. As you're ready, when you feel right, start to extend the left hand behind you. Maybe you see your left thumb. Continue to sit upright. If you start to round backwards, see if you notice, and then sit up. And that might mean reducing the twist. Just observe. Can you be in integrity with yourself and your movement? One more big breath in, big breath out. Use your inhale to come back to center. Let the left knee go out to the side. And then your right hand inside your right shin, turn towards that right leg again and reach up over your left ear. You may notice we're doing lots of side stretches and twisting, but that's really what we need to address some of the pain points of sitting all day. Breathe in, breathe out. Use your inhale to rise back up. Both legs out long. Mindfully start to scoot your bum forward and lay down onto your back. I'm going to take my ponytail out. You probably should take your ponytail out too if it's in the way of you being able to relax your head on the floor. Settle both feet onto your mat nice and firm. Feet about hip distance apart. Let your hands touch down on your mat by your sides. Take a big breath in. Exhale and press your hips up for a bridge pose. Try not to do the thing where you wiggle your shoulders under some more. Instead, try pressing into your shoulders and pressing into the back of your head. Can you press into your heels a little more? Squeeze your glutes a little more to help lift you. Breathe in. Exhale, lower from top to tail. Roll down, upper back, middle back, lower back last. Give yourself one more hug. Pull your knees in. Rock a little side to side. Let your head be part of that movement as you rock. It's so soothing. Give yourself this moment. And then find stillness and allow your legs to go long for your final Shavasana. If your back is sensitive, feel free to keep your knees bent. And tip your knees together. Go ahead and lay down. Relax your fingers. Relax your toes. Relax your ankles. Relax your wrists. Feel your hips and shoulders heavy, heavy, heavy into your foundation. Relax the pit of your throat. Let your jaw be loose. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Relax. One more big, expansive inhale. Feel your belly press up towards the ceiling. Feel your back press into the foundation. Use an open mouth sigh to let go of any excess tension. And be here with yourself and with your breath, in stillness and quiet for a few moments. See if you can allow yourself to become immersed in your breath. And if your thoughts wander away from your breath, as soon as you notice, without any judgment or criticism, just return your focus back to your breath. Thoughts will arise. And just observe. You may even imagine the thoughts like clouds in the sky. Let them float by on a breeze. See if you can notice the space between the thoughts. As you focus on the space between the thoughts, you may notice the thoughts come fewer and further between. The space grows bigger. You are the sky, everything else is just weather. Continue to breathe and remain peaceful. Take a nice big breath in through your nose. And exhale, settle in just a little bit more. Return to whatever rhythm feels natural and right for you. Allow some movement to come into your fingers and your toes, your ankles and wrists. It might feel good to start making that movement a little bigger. Maybe you bend your elbows, maybe you stretch your fingers and toes in opposite directions. As you're ready, in your own time, roll to whichever side calls to you and curl into a little fetal position. And just take a moment here and bring to mind something that you're grateful for. Hold this gratitude in your heart as you start to use the strength of your hands to press yourself up to a seated position. Sit any way that feels comfortable in your body. You can bring your hands to prayer position. You can put your hands over your heart. You can keep your hands resting on your knees. Just one more big breath in here, right here. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through this time and share this moment of movement and meditation with you. And I'll see you next time. When's our next session, y'all?